doing now is just test fitting the frames before we actually put the mesh in there, just to make sure they're going to do what we want them to do. And now, good thing to consider with the metal mesh screens and the whole purpose for them, they're not there to stop a bushfire taking out your home, I'm afraid, but they will stop embers floating in from a long way away. So from here we can see, you know, forest on the hills. That might be where the embers come from, and they can float through the windows and potentially burn the couches and curtains and carpet. So in this case, that's what the purpose of the stainless steel screens is for, to keep the embers out, not the bushfire front. So testing all these frames, because it's a bit unfortunate to work out you measured something wrong before you go putting the stainless steel mesh in there. And these are going very well. As we're putting in these screens, along here we don't actually have timber beading that's required. So ideally we'd actually replace those, put an actual timber beading down there, which would be 10mm by 10mm timber, whether it be pine or hardwood, maybe 11mm, maybe 9mm, whatever it takes really to get the job done, right up and down the edge here. But today we are going to put in just a couple of screws, like so. Because carpentry isn't really what we do, we don't really come prepared for beading, usually. Yeah, in that case, the screw there will take the place of the beading. It might mean you get a bit of a light gap down the edge, but it's the best under the circumstances. And later on down the track, that screw can be easily removed with the beading put in its place. Right, to demonstrate the difference between fiberglass mesh and stainless steel mesh, by the way, this isn't plastic. This is actually glass. It's not nylon, it's not plastic, it's glass. This is powder coated stainless steel. We prefer not to use aluminium mesh because it does deteriorate a lot over time and it's nowhere near as strong. But yeah, the big difference though, under these circumstances, especially out here in the bush, is the way that it burns. In appearance, mind you, they're practically the same. In fact, I'd say the stainless steel might even be slightly finer mesh. This stuff's great, and we use it everywhere. It's quick, it's easy. There's absolutely a time and a place for this. Stainless steel, however, well, let's put a match to them and see what the difference is. This is fiberglass mesh. There you go, it burns up pretty well. It's still, actually the glass is still there and it's really only the coating that's burnt off. But add a bit of heat to that for a bit longer, and then yeah, it really gets pretty brutally flammable. It's a nasty fume that's coming off that as well. And now it just breaks away. And this is stainless steel mesh. Not much action there, and their metal's heated up, but still in good shape. Let's try something else. So it is melting away the powder coat a bit, which is smoking up a little. A much hotter flame. You can see the metal's just heating up, turning red. So let's see, even after some pretty intense heat, I'm going to touch that once it's cooled down a bit. The stainless steel is as good as ever. Okay, one thing that makes stainless steel mesh very different, although very similar in appearance, the fact obviously that it's made out of metal, and that means these edges can get very, very sharp. Hence, I'm using gloves. They will chop up your fingers like a steak knife. It's really awful. But this has become a bit of a specialty of mine since Black Saturday and a lot of houses need to be rebuilt. So, got a very handy procedure for getting these done on site. Here I was just making some fly screens. Take a look down here. That stainless steel mesh, I told you it was hard to work with. It's ruined my favourite shirt. There's the result of a stainless steel window. It looks just like regular fiberglass mesh, just is a lot stronger. Until you get up and touch it, you don't really notice much difference. Another little feature to this particular window, it's got this nice little timber beading down the bottom to support the bottom edge of the fly screen frame. It's nice if you can get it, but usually we use the 53mm sill extension at the bottom.